shake up the staff.
How long has that been there?
And transform every part of the salon.
Right, just look right else.
I'm tough, I'm talented, I'm taking over.
My dreams are gone.
Cocktail time. How are we? I'm so excited to be here. You know that it has to be really special for me to come to a place that children love, and it's the happiest place on earth. So you know that I must have really, really, really wanted to come here, and it's a pleasure to be here in front of all of you guys. I think I know a little bit about what you do, right? Who's been told that they're a little bit like Tabatha? I know some of you have, and some of you probably take it as a compliment, I hope. Some of you probably think, oh God, I'm not as bad as that cow, am I? I hope I'm not like her. You know, the similar thing that we do, that we both do, and what you guys do every day, and you're in the trenches. And taking care and facilitating and making sure that you wear that many hats and keeping it all together is incredibly hard. So it's making sure you have the education piece, you know what you're doing, that you can communicate with people, that your stores are clean, that you're giving customers what they want, that you're managing staff, right? That's all the things that you do. How many people have been called, rhymes with witch? It starts with a B. You know that word? The word that everyone calls me all the time? How many people have been called that word? Right? As a boss. That's the word that everyone uses for a boss because you keep it all together. And when you're a manager, you tend to keep it all together and make it look really, really easy and make it look like it doesn't get to you, doesn't upset you, doesn't bother you. Sometimes it bothers you and you lose your mind a little bit, right? You get a little bit upset, you yell at people. But most of the time it's about keeping it together. It's looking at all the details. It's exactly what makes a great leader. Looking at all the details, being able to walk into your store and see, you know what, there's dirt on that shelf. You know what, I don't like the way that display works for me. You know what, no, this is what you need. Let me help you make your business better. Right, that's what you guys do, day in and day out. And that's what I try to do for a little week, that I go in and take over people's business. The difference is that I walk out. And then they're kind of, well, you know the word, right? You guys don't walk out, you're there every day. You're there not just as support systems to help people, to help them be successful and for you guys to be successful. And that is one of the hardest jobs in the world. It's one of the most difficult things to do. And I'm honoured to be here with you all. You know, it takes a lot, and I joke, we all know that I hate children, right? It's no joke, I don't care for them. So I was only half joking when I said that it took a lot to get me to the happiest place on earth. If I see a mouse, I'll die. I'll just die. But, you know, you guys have seen me for a long time. Some of you may watch the show, some of you may not. I am a hairdresser. It's the one love of my life, is being a hairdresser. I love hairdressers. I think we're crazy and kooky. Sometimes it's like herding cats, trying to get around to hairdressers. And I love every single crazy, wonderful particle of us. If it wasn't for me being a hairdresser, and I've been a hairdresser since I was 14, I wouldn't be standing here in front of all of you. Being a hairdresser has allowed me to have this wonderful career and travel all over the world and meet extraordinary people everywhere and have a wonderful salon and a great business and find a creative outlet. And that's what you're helping people do as well. And that's a really, really big deal. So I would like to say thank you, because people like you help the other hairdressers out there. And some of them need help. It's tough business. And for me to align myself with the company, you know they must care. So I've been very happy aligning myself with Matrix and being able to come to events like this. I'm going to, where are we going?
Oh my goodness.
Thank you very much. I thought you were all asleep. Where are we going?
Epcot!
Destination 2016. I'm very excited. There'll be some big surprises there. I'm coming back to see the mouse again. So for me, it's been a pleasure to be able to not only be able and honoured to stand in a room with all of you guys who work incredibly hard and do such a great job leading hairdressers in the right way and being really successful and looking at all the details you need to wear. I know that you wear many hats. You know when you go and you see people juggle? It's like they're juggling and then all of a sudden they've got like, you know, a thing and there's plates on the heels and there's things moving around the head and all of those things. That's what you guys do on a daily basis. You juggle. And you have millions of plates up in the air. And you might drop one every now and then. And that's okay. Because the other 85, you're balancing and you're taking care of. So I appreciate the hard work you do. I know Matrix does as well. Thank you for having me. Make sure you tell everyone about Destination. There's a couple of surprises. I can't tell you what, but maybe if you look at my social media, you'll get a hint here and there. Just saying. I'm really excited to be aligned with Matrix. I'm excited to do some work with them and be part of such an amazingly strong artistic team, but also just a team of people that really care about the hairdressers and want to give back. So that really is the most special part. And I know, and it sounds trite when you stand here and you talk about this, but that's what you all do. And it is hard. And it's hard to look at all the small things that we have to do. And you, again, you've seen me walk in and the show and wipe up the dust test and pick the hair bunnies out. That's what you guys are doing on a daily basis. So you are all like, think WWTD. What would Tabatha do? And I'll go back to, it rhymes with which. I won't say the word because I'm being very nice. I'm on good behaviour. Because I'm here representing someone. You know, people used to call me that word all the time, and it's only because I really, really care about what I do. So whether it was walking into someone else's salon, doing my clients, teaching an education class, it didn't really matter. I take it really seriously, sometimes a bit too serious, actually, and I get that look on my face. And people always used to call me the B word. And I found it really offensive because if you know me, which some of you will get a chance to know me later tonight, I'm actually you can all buy me drinks, I'm kidding.
We will.
Legless. So I want you to remember this. When people tell you to lower your standards, it's typically because they don't have any.
Amen.
When people want to turn around because you're doing your job and you care about what you're doing and you care about your